wrong guy. I'm the dude, man.
Take it easy. We're the good guys.
Are you ready for a war?
Dear Lord Jesus, this ain't happening, man. This can't be happening, man. This ain't happening.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of
Truth Theorem Radio.
Episode number 2.3. Wow, this is going to be crazy.
Crazy. I'm excited for
I am.
this.
First of all, we have to apologize if we sound horrible. We're having a horrible snowstorm out. Okay, not horrible, but it's snowing.
It's
probably one of the worst we've had this year. Hopefully, we'll be able to make it through it, and everybody can understand us.
I think we probably sound like we all have a cold.
Probably. Yeah.
It's very appropriate for this season.
Well, you know what I don't understand is what you fools are wearing on your head.
Yeah, we got our tinfoil hats on today because we have Riley Martin as our guest today, and we don't want to be probed by aliens during this season. So we've got our tinfoil hats on to protect us, right, Rob?
Yeah, not during the interview. I don't want to be probed. Is that what you said? No.
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of left the door open for something. I don't know. Anyway, moving on.
No, this is going to be awesome. If you guys aren't familiar with who Riley Martin is,
you'll know after the show.
Yeah, he's got a very interesting story, and when I heard that we could talk to him, I was all over it.
And a book. So,
yeah,
that's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
His story is really kind of cool.
It's really fascinating, for sure.
And he wasn't he on Howard Stern?
He has his own show on the Howard Stern channel on
That's
Sirius,
right.
for the last several years, I guess.
We do that?
Every week. Yeah.
Can we ask Howard for a show?
Yes.
Yeah,
we
go
can.
ahead. You and everybody else.
You know, he's going to listen to this, and he's going to go, man, you guys are great. We need to get him on the Howard Stern channel.
I'm sure when Howard Stern's relaxing, he's like, you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to listen to a talk show.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like to do. Kick back with a nice glass of vintage wine and listen to a talk show.
I think that those hats are messing with your head.
I think
you
they are.
Take them off.
I think they are.
I'm enjoying it, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I
feel a lot more calm and centered. I don't know.
Rob, yours looks like an oversized yarmulke.
Hey, it's important to cover a certain area of your cranium.
Yes.
And I've covered that area. Warren, for those of you who can't see through video, he has not completely covered that area. He has a pointed hat.
That's right.
Okay, is that a pointed head? I'm not Warren. I mean Jason. Sorry. I'm looking at
Warren's foregone the aluminum hat.
Where is your aluminum?
I don't need one.
So if Warren fills out everybody, that'll be why.
Whatever.
And if you think we're foolish about this whole aluminum hat thing,
you just
wait till we get to the theorem thoughts.
Yeah. Okay, so
aluminum fact hat.
Just a quick shout out to Joe in Chicago. Doing our producing for us. Thank you very much, Joe.
Down here, Dale sitting right there, making it happen here.
Thank you to everybody on Inception Radio for listening to us tonight. Everybody in the chat room, how's it going?
A few people too.
There's quite a few people. Yeah.
Project White Paper and Chase. We got to talk to her last week.
She's awesome, isn't she?
She's great. I really like her. She is really cool. And
she's our new neighbor here on
She's
Wednesday
our neighbor.
nights.
I mean, it's our Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's us. It's
Wednesday's
us
a day to
world.
be fooled with. I'll tell you what, you're not going to be able to.
That's right.
That's right. We're here to stay.
It's the new power hour.
You know, I wanted to mention Scarlet Ray.
Oh, yeah.
And we haven't got around to it yet, but she is now blogging on Kirby Robinson's blog. What is it? Ion Paranormal.
Wow.
Yeah. So everybody check that out. That was really cool. She had her on last season.
Yeah, if you haven't heard our show, Scarlet Ray, go back and check it out. You can go look at all our archives at truththeoremradio.com.
And the link to that is iontheparanormal.blogspot.com, and that's I as in like EYE.
Cool.
We really like her, but then she knew that because, she's intuitive. That's how that works.
That's right. Jason, what you got for your theorem thought today?
Are we in time for it? I wish we had theorem thought background music.
Oh, yeah, we should have some theme music.
Some theme so we could
theorem thought.
Man, take your hats off and do your theorem
Right
thought.
there.
Maybe I could do my horn thing again.
Here's my theorem thought, okay?
Can I do a horn thing? An intro with a...
My wife has been working on some stuff for her dad, and I didn't really realize what it was until she says, here, you got to read this. And it was a short little writing by her dad's dad, her grandpa, who died back in 84, okay? And I started reading through it, and I'm, this is great. This is awesome. This guy was cool. And apparently what she's doing for her dad is she is, recompiling all this stuff he compiled back, in the late 70s and early 80s. And I started reading through some of it, and he's got, a whole book full of stuff.
Wow.
And it's all, kind of, you can tell it was typed up back in the 70s. And, I mean, it's
What do they call those?
Typewriter, I think.
Oh, that's right, typewriter.
So my wife's been trying to get it all on, in digitized form and all that stuff. But, wow, I started reading through some of that stuff.
Well, let's hear it. What do you got?
This dude was the guru of his day.
Oh, yeah?
It was deep stuff he was into, and I thought, man, was this stuff his name was Mel Mayhew, and he compiled this whole book, and it's way enlightening stuff, and I thought, wow, this guy is right up there with all the gurus of today.
I cannot sit here and have a serious conversation when you're talking about being enlightened with that hat on your head, dude. You gotta take it off. It is throwing me off, man.
Okay. Is this better?
Yes. Rob,
are you happy now?
You can keep it on.
Thank you.
Yours looks good.
Thank you.
Yeah, mine is kind of goofy. So anyway, my wife is trying to compile all that stuff, and I got a hold of her dad, and I'm like, dude, you gotta publish all this stuff, man. You got to. This guy spent several years of his life compiling all this, and he didn't steal it from anybody else. I mean, it's back in the 70s, man. You didn't have internet and all that, all the stuff that's out nowadays that people get crazy over. And it's really good stuff.
What does it say?
It's just talks about how religion holds people back, and how the country's all screwed up, and how we need new leaders and change, and on and on and on about all this stuff. It's just like, go read like Osho's book, or who's another guru.
Clear back in the 70s.
Yeah, Deepak Chopra, or any of these gurus that write books like that. It's right up there.
Now on our website, you can find a piece of this. It's called Tirade. Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
And how long is that?
It's like 10 minutes, or I'd play it right.
Oh, you just recorded it. Huh?
It's Jason recorded it, and you really have to listen to it. It's a very powerful 10 minutes.
I'll get Warren to stick that up on the website.
I'll put a link up there.
Yeah, trying to describe something that an enlightened person teaches to people who are unenlightened is very difficult.
Yeah.
Warren.
So yeah, exactly.
What? Did I look your way too? Wow.
Not only did you look at me, you stared me down.
It's completely unintentional. Maybe even Freudian.
So hopefully that gets published, and we can get that out there to our listeners and everybody, because great stuff. It's like a forgotten Picasso or something that never got.
Yeah, this guy. Everybody has an opinion. And every schmo who's ever had a journal's like written down his opinions on things, and he thinks that he's a genius. But in reality, not so.
Right.
But this stuff is great.
And I guess the reason why he didn't publish it, from the letters and stuff that I read. Okay, let me see if I can speak today. I think his mom really didn't like, the anti-religion stuff, and the family was kind of butting heads with him a little bit.
So just let it lie.
He just let it lie. He had some friend of his or whatever compile it all to get it published, and then he was like, maybe the world's not ready for this yet. And the final line in his letter was, let's let the future be the judge.
Yeah. And when you hear this stuff, it sounds like somebody who just wrote it yesterday.
Yeah.
Because it seems extremely relevant.
It's completely relevant today.
30 some odd years old.
Absolutely.
That's
So anyway,
cool, though.
that's my theorem thought.
So listen to Tirade on. Is it on?
No, I'll get a link up there.
We'll get our link on our website at
right after.
I think I saw it on MP3.
Oh, right on.
On Truth Theorem.
Yeah. What you got, Rob?
Oh, me next. Me. This aluminum hat. I'm not the only guy. Okay.
Really?
My theorem thought.
There's more?
Yes, there is a dude. Now, his name is Michael Mencken, so I have to give him complete credit. He's the inventor of the Thought Screen helmet. Okay?
Really?
Yes, it's a helmet.
Is it made out of tinfoil?
It's a no.
Oh.
But I didn't have time to order one over the internet, so I had to make my own with tinfoil. But what I love about this guy, he is completely serious. He's an engineer. He put this helmet together, and he uses he constructs it with this material. And I want to give
Kryptonite?
How did you know the name of it? The Thought Screen helmet, it scrambles telepathic communication between aliens and humans. Aliens cannot immobilize people wearing thought screens, nor can they control their minds or communicate with them using their telepathy. When aliens can't communicate or control humans, they do not take them. So,
is that right?
Really? Yes. And you wear this helmet, and you won't be taken. In this section it says a record of success. The Thought Screen helmet has effectively stopped several types of aliens from abducting or controlling humans. Only 2 failures have been reported since 1998.
No, wait, where's the
Only
evidence?
2.
Where's the evidence for that? I want to see the
I'm
proof.
taking this guy. If you go online and you see his face, you'll take his word for it, too.
Really?
He looks like somebody. He looks like he's wearing the helmet.
Do you have a picture? Let me see.
If the video camera can't see it. he looks like a sea captain.
He does! He looks like the
not
Gordon's
this guy.
fisherman or
exactly.
whatever, doesn't he?
That's who I thought he was. And this little helmet has this material, which I can't pronounce the name of it correctly, so I don't want to embarrass myself. But you need 8 layers of it.
8 layers.
Essentially.
And
yes.
what does that cost?
Like only $30 in material.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, and now, okay, you go, oh, you're an idiot, right? But he has proof in the form of people's statements who have actually used it, and they have a picture of a guy who's wearing the helmet and everything, and he says, since trying Michael Minkin's helmet, I have not been bothered by alien mind control. Now my thoughts are my own. I've achieved meaningful work and am contributing to society.
Man, now
my life is better than ever. Thank you, Michael, for the work you're doing to save all humanity. Okay.
Maybe he's being controlled into thinking that he's not being controlled.
Maybe we need to get Riley one of these hats, huh?
I want to ask Riley about the hats. If
you
it
have
works. Hey,
if it works, what?
Riley's been talking to these guys, so he knows if this stuff can go through the wall or...
He knows all kinds of stuff, evidently.
I don't know.
I hope so.
We should probably ask
Otherwise
him
it's gonna be a
about.
long hour.
We should probably ask him about your theorem thought, Warren.
Oh yeah, you know what?
Theorem thought.
All right, so my theorem thought is I don't know. It's been on the internet quite a bit, and I haven't heard anything on like national news. Not that it wasn't there, but all these weird sounds that everybody's hearing. It's like a metallic moaning
kind of.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Because I'm surfing the net now.
Heard all
I'm
over
kinda
the world.
freak.
You know, the first time I heard that, it sent chills down my spine. And I was like, oh, man, maybe it's the apocalypse. Maybe we're being invaded. And now, you know what? I think it's a hoax. I'm going
really?
hoax. The more I studied into it, I think it's a hoax. Yeah, I ain't buying it.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. What do you think?
I don't know, man. They're heard all over the world.
No,
there's
but-
several different locations, several different people. It's kind of the same stuff. I don't know, man.
It is kind
could
of the
be.
same stuff, and I think, in fact, it's kind of the exact same stuff. I think on 2 different locations, I thought I heard the exact same noise, and so I'm thinking, you know what? Somebody may have been, ticked that noise, put it on their video. I don't know.
Possibility.
But, but some people are saying, well, it's HARP.
Oh,
That's a theory. It's HARP.
I think the aliens are like gearing up. They are, starting the big machine.
yeah.
And
it's cloaked or something, huh?
Yeah,
And
they've got huge cities underneath the ground. They've been like dormant for several thousand years.
You think that's what it is? And they're flipping all their...
Yeah,
like in
power.
War of the Worlds thing.
Yeah, there
Tom
you go.
Cruise
Yeah,
thing.
now they all come out. It could happen.
Yeah.
Anything's possible. Shoot.
Anything is possible, but...
I have no idea what that is, but I did see the videos, and it was really creepy.
It's freaky. There's a lot of them, too, but I don't know.
It sounded mechanical to me.
It did sound mechanical.
Like machinery or something.
It kind of
Hinted
sounded like
around.
a blend between something mechanical and organic, kind of maybe.
Well, you guys can go to YouTube and just search weird sounds heard around the world, and they'll pop up all over the place, and it really is freaky.
There's
stuff,
so
man.
much of that stuff going on. It's crazy.
For sure. Yeah.
And I have a question for all these alien people. This is a question I keep popping up in my head, and I want to say it before we go to break.
All right.
Why is it then when everyone sees these UFOs, right? We seem to see them over cities now. There's lots of video on YouTube. You go to the Mexico videos, where the hundreds of people see these lights.
Yeah.
Where's the jet fighters? Where's the helicopters? Where's the Army, the Air Force? Why is nobody, circling these lights or these objects?
Maybe they know better.
Well, there have been
That didn't
cases
work
where
out too
they've
good for
where
us
they have
last time.
scrambled fighters and stuff, and they haven't been able to catch them or keep up with them.
It should be like the majority of them should have some kind of military response, right? You're not allowed to take your
You would
personal
hope.
aircraft and
You would
fly
hope.
downtown without.
Well, and it would be an unidentified object in the air, too. So
They'd shoot you down, wouldn't they?
They'd try.
Oh, we live near an Air Force base.
Unless they already know what it is.
That's the only thing.
Or it's really them. maybe.
Exactly. I saw online where a police officer saw a UFO, and he, if a police officer sees a UFO and he reports it on duty, isn't that an official report?
One, I would think so.
So, wow.
Yeah.
If you can't trust a police officer's official report,
Then maybe he shouldn't be wearing a badge. Huh?
or he's telling the truth.
And that's the thing. That's the thing that kills me about all these whistleblowers that have worked for the government and have been privy to the top secret stuff and all this stuff, and they're coming out and telling their story and saying, hey, this is happening, that's happening, but everybody thinks they're an idiot. Everybody thinks they're stupid, but yet they have like cosmic top secret clearance. Yeah. Which is like 30 levels above the president's clearance,
Myron was a very good student. He never talked to any of the other children.
Man.
He's in charge of the nuclear program. What?
Why don't you say we take a break and get Riley on the line?
Let's do it. I'm excited.
I know. He's a celebrity.
Absolutely. All right. Let's get to a break, and we'll be right back with Riley Martin on Truth Theorem Radio.
See you in a second. Hello, everybody. It's Warren, Robin, Jason with
Truth Theorem Radio.
Bing.
And we.
Whoa!
What?
That was a rough. Was that a bing?
Yeah, I'm a little hoarse.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah, I've been standing on the roof for the last 20 minutes.
What are you doing up there?
I'm trying to spread the word about Truth Theorem Radio, and I thought
up on like the 6th level.
Yeah, on the roof.
Nobody's going to hear you up there, dude. That's not going to work.
Is there a better way to spread the word?
I would try and get our listeners involved.
Well, I called some people and I got an extra chair, but nobody showed up. I've been screaming for the last 20 minutes.
No, there's lots of ways our listeners can help us.
That's right. You guys can go to Facebook, like our Facebook page.
Like our Facebook page. You'll get updates of all our upcoming guests and shows and whatnot.
We're also putting our live stream up on YouTube, so if you missed it, you can check it out there. We've also got all of our past shows up there, too.
And you can vote for us on Top Paranormal.
That's right.
And leave a comment. There's all kinds of good reviews and comments on there.
Absolutely.
I've still got a chair up on the roof. I have available if anybody wants to join me.
We're going to do it different.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and pack that back down here.
Yeah.
Hey.
They can also download our show on iTunes, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Subscribe to the RSS feed.
Absolutely. Yep. So, all you listeners out there, it's time for you to help us out. Spread the word about Truth Theorem Radio.
Hey, are you guys going to help me go up on the roof and get my stuff down?
Well, what do you got up there?
You just got a couple chairs and a cooler, right?
Oh, yeah, it's a couple of chairs. They're lazy boys. And the cooler's a big double-wide freezer. I got some steaks up there, and I've got the grill going.
How long are you going to be up there?
I thought you guys were going to help me with the shout-out, talking to people. 40 years ago, our founding fathers fought for the foundations of freedom. It was at that time that they discovered that a need for truth was necessary. A need for truth for all things. And needing to know the truth is truly an American institution. Because our founding fathers knew that one day a show like Truth Theorem Radio would come along. Every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, you too can discover the truth. The real truth. An American truth. Truth Theorem Radio.
Man, Rob, why did Warren make us come all the way back out to his shed?
I know. It didn't
Secret
even
meeting thing. I'm not sure what's up with this.
I didn't get to walk through the house. I got to walk through the fence.
What's with the pet store truck?
Holy
out
cow,
there?
that's a
Larry's
lot of
Lizards?
aquariums.
What's up with that?
What is he doing? Is this a side job now? He's going to raise snakes?
Hey, Warren.
Hold on.
Oh, hey, guys, you're here. Come here. Check this out.
What do you got going on? Look at this.
cow.
What is all this stuff? You got... Is that meat?
Yeah, it's jerky.
Those are slices of meat.
Jerky. I'm making jerky.
You're drying meat on your lawnmower handle.
Yeah.
Really?
No, it's but this isn't just regular jerky. It's iguana jerky.
Iguana jerky.
Yeah. No. Check this out.
Mm.
You want an iguana?
Oh, my gosh.
That's your tagline?
Yeah.
Just because it rhymes doesn't mean it's good.
Oh,
dude.
my gosh. That's gross.
No, but I called you guys here to test it out for me.
I'm not
not eating that.
Have you had this professionally tested?
What do you mean? No, that's what you guys are for.
No. You gotta have it tested first before people can eat it.
I'm not. Rob, you test it.
I'm not eating it.
I'm not
You
going
eat
to
it.
test it. No,
Hey.
Who are we going to get to test it?
I know who we can get.
Who's that?
MyChem Analytical Laboratory.
Oh, MyChem tests everything.
That's right. They'll test it. They can check for E. coli, salmonella, all kinds of things.
Wow. How would we get a hold of them?
I think I know their number. It's 801-737-2600.
Wow. Cool. What if we don't have a phone? What would we do if we didn't have a phone?
You could find them on the web.
On the web?
Yeah, they're at mychemanalytical.com.
All right. So, Warren, get it tested.
Get it tested. Yeah. I'm not eating it unless you test it.
You want iguana?
Iguana.
You want iguana?
That's bad.
Actually, not bad.
Wow. It's kind of intimidating to be in the presence of so many great athletes.
It's all part of the plan.
Are you sure this is legal?
I don't know. It's fun though, isn't it?
We are back. We've got Riley Martin on the line. Riley, you with us?
I'm with you.
Hey, here we are. We're so happy to have you on our show today.
I've been looking forward to this for quite a while.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks for having me, guys.
Absolutely.
The pleasure is ours for sure. Why don't you tell our listeners, just give us a quick bio of your history.
Okay. I was born in the state of Mississippi, May 9, 1946. That year, torrential rains came. The levees broke. My family moved across the river in northeastern Arkansas. And it was there in 1957, at the age of 7, 1953 at the age of 7, that I was visited and taken aboard an aerial ship that is not of this earth. They are called Biavians. They transported me out to the great mothership, which is located near the rings of Saturn. Incidentally, my book was written some 27 years ago, but the Cassini-Huygens took photos of a great luminous control object out near Saturn in 2004. So it is dead on. The only reason I suppose, gentlemen, that I am not dead is because I have information that is implementary to the furthering of the information that NASA wants and things like that in the government. You know?
So you've had how many years now since you were 7? This information started coming to you.
I'm 65 now.
So you're 65,
right?
So
there's been 4 pickups. Uh-huh.
So have you seen all this information that they've given to you as time has passed on? Has it come to fruition? I mean, have you seen?
A year before 9/11, I wrote Howard Stern, my boss. I wrote him a letter saying, "I see fire in the sky above New York City."
Wow.
I placed it at August 18, but it happened on September 11, so I'm not perfect. However, around August 18, they caught a man named Moussaoui, and the rest of them put the act off to see if he was going to talk.
Oh.
But you see what I mean? And the various other things have transpired that have borne out my works, my projections, and what have you. And there are many more.
So at 7 years old, how did you react to an alien? And can you describe what the alien looked like? The aliens?
Okay. Well, for 3 nights in a row, I would awaken at about 2 o'clock in the morning. Now, I had 2 brothers, older brothers, that slept in this big old room with me in the farmhouse, but I could not awaken them. I would try and awaken them. I'd shake them, try and awaken them. They would not awaken, and the light on the 3rd night was so close until it illuminated the room. And I heard a voice saying, "Friend Martin, come out. We have need to speak with you." And I said, "Well, okay."
Friend Martin?
Friend Martin.
Okay. So they're like
Quakers. Come out. Yeah. Well, you just said Friend Martin. Come out, we have need to speak with you. And I got up and I put on my clothing and my boots and my jacket. And I think I took my little .22 rifle. And
that's always thinking ahead. Yeah. That's good.
And I went outside, and my dog, Brown Boy, a noble dog, he was there to meet me.
Wow. Was it barking at the aliens or anything?
Well, okay. I'm getting to that. If you just shut up for a moment.
Rob.
Okay? Yeah, right. So anyway, we went down to the river where the lights was illuminating near the river. And as we came to a cane break, I felt static electricity in my hair, in my clothing, and what have you. And I stepped out in an opening near the river, and I saw the ship. It was your classical salsa shaped. Now, it was not standing on the ground with standing gear. It had three flexible legs. It was moored by three flexible legs, and it danced kind of like a cork on water. And I looked up under it, and I saw two rows of lights revolving against each other. And it reminded me of the biblical passage where Ezekiel saw the wheel, a wheel in the middle of a wheel. Now, it was like, it was, of course, shiny with various different light colors, spectral colors. And then it looked like polished silver. And but presently, the dome of the ship cleared up. It just cleared up like clear as glass. And I looked up and I saw two beings standing there looking down at me. And I said, boy, I better get out of here. And as I said that, the thought, a blue-white light hit me. Bam! I can't move. And then I looked to my left. I said, my dog will protect me. And I looked to my left, and Brown Boy, I saw his ears flapping as he went back up the hill. The dirty bastard left me.
Some friend he was.
Now, yeah, right. However, now, really, don't let me talk him short. I have seen him fight black bears, bobcat, raccoons, and things like that. So he was a noble dog, but for some reason, he didn't want no parts of that, you know?
Were you scared, right?
I was scared. Yes. Okay. But shortly thereafter, a light, a brilliant light emanated from the bottom of the ship, and I saw two beings walk out of it. One was a little taller than the other. The male being, about 4 feet in height, with a bubble helmet. 4 feet in height. The female being, about 4 inches shorter, with a bubble helmet. He was wearing a green skin-tight type suit. On his left breast was a sign of a 7-pointed star, within which was a kind of a fat H. And on her left chest was a 7-pointed star with a sign of the fish. You know the sign of the fish? Yeah, with a small fat H in it. And they came out. I could not move. And they got me by each arm. And they began to walk me gently, and began to walk me back towards the ship. And I said, he said, friend Martin, don't you remember us? I said, no. What are you? Who are you? And they said, friend Martin, don't you remember us from there, near the Tigris and Euphrates in the Nile River Valley, when your ancestors did build it, the Theorem in the Valley of Giza? I said, well, it's coming back to me. And they took me into the light. Presently, I was in a chamber circular chamber, and they said, wait. The door, they went out, and I stood there, and all around me, okay, you're talking about tens of thousands of little pinpointed lights, right? Okay. Right. And I could feel them rippling over my body like a shower, a warm, gentle shower. My clothes melted away, all the way down to my shoes, buttons, everything, just melted away. And I understand that this is more or less the decontamination process.
Okay.
Because they have to be careful of you not picking up their vectors of their yards and what have you. And that was the first time. They kept me for 3 days and returned me unharmed.
Now at that
when I returned, that was the first time. And when I returned,
mothership or
time? Well, first they took me to the great mothership. Yeah.
Okay.
Out near Saturn.
Did you eat during those 3 days? I mean, how did they take care? How was the comfort level?
Yeah.
I actually grew to learn them, understand them, and love them, and they supplied my every need. Now, Biavians are okay. Let me explain to you the physiology of the male Biavian.
Okay.
He's about 4 feet in height. He'll weigh about 35 kilos, or about 80 pounds. The cranial structure is larger in proportion with the body. The eyes are large, oval-shaped, somewhat in the Oriental fashion. The nose is somewhat flat to the profile, thin lips, baby-like teeth. No ears. You know, the ear flaps you have, they don't have them. They got holes there, little holes, and what have you. Okay, the upper torso is well formed. The arms are somewhat elongated. The fingertips stretching almost down to the knees. They have 4 fingers. That is, if you hold your hand up, that's thumb and the first 3 fingers. They got that. However, the point finger is a little more elongated. Okay?
Okay. All right.
Now it tapers into a small waist, strong hips, and spindly type legs, tapering down into thinness, and the feet are flat. Now, I once put my head to his chest to hear his heartbeat. I estimate the beat to be about twice that of ours, about 160 beats per minute. However, their movements does not belie hyperactivity. They move smoothly and easily and with purpose, like that, and what have you. Now, I ascertained that it was probably, it had to be one heart beating hyperly fast, or 2 heart chambers in different sides of the chest beating against each other because of the echo. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, I learned that they are called Biavians.
Okay.
They are from a planet called Biave. It is located in the Taurian, what we call the Taurus constellation, about 450 light years from Earth. Now, they can traverse that distance one way in about 4.5 years as we measure time, which means that they have overcome the speed of light 100-fold. See what I mean?
Wow. Okay, all right.
Yeah, and they have been here since pre-biblical times. From the time men were hunter-gatherers in the Fertile Crescent and down the African plains and across the hills and valleys until the time of the first kingdom of ancient Sumeria up through Songhai, Mali, Egypt, and the Chaldees, etc., etc. And we are imbued with some of their genetics, regardless of race, creed, color, what have you.
That's what I was going to ask you, Riley. Was did they play with the genetics of early human man and early hybrids of?
Right. If you read some of the ancient scriptures, say, the Hindu Vedas, the Chinese Shana, the biblical, the Judo-Christian Bible, and they will tell you in Genesis, 6th chapter, starting around the 4th verse, that in those days there were giants in the land, and the sons of God looked upon the daughters of men and found them fair, and their sons became of old great men of renown. Then if you continue to read the book of Genesis, you will ascertain that from the house of Adam, some people lived 6, 7, 8, 900 years like Methuselah. You understand? Now, if they could tame the Nile and irrigate the land, animal husbandry, medicine, and theology, and build great edifices, they knew what a year was. But over the time, as they spread out upon the world, the genetics got diluted. You know what I mean?
Okay, I got you.
Until now, we don't live that long anymore, but we have that gene in us, kids.
Did the aliens explain to you why we were created? What was our purpose?
Well, the laws of elemental biology and the creation thereof is based upon nucleic acids, saline solutions, liquefying of the elementals on any given planet at any given time. Now, you're going to either be a man on Wall Street or an invertebrate crawling up to create an endoskeletal or an exoskeletal, arachnid, trilobite, or something of that nature somewhere.
Okay.
But the thing that made you, the thing that brought your consciousness to be, I and not even they have yet been able to go back and do lunch with it. You know? You see?
So they have a concept of God as well?
Yes. Now, if a Biavian comes up to you, he will say, Qua amsa lajiwan, which roughly translates as, unto the light all praises unto the light. Now, as you know, you're very smart men, as you know, our mathematical and electronic principles is based upon the 10 spectrums of light, the color code of light. These are black, brown, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, gray, and white. However, there are multilinear spectrums between the greater spectrums. For instance, there's azure blue, there is navy blue, there is sky blue, there's egg blue, there's puce. You see what I mean? And it goes on. They believe that by deciphering all of the spectrums of light, which are multilinears to the 56 billion spectral power, that ultimately they will be able to find God and like do lunch.
Wow. The light thing with them.
That's killer.
Yeah, right.
Hey, they can go from point A to point B way faster than them. They got to know something we don't.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So, you're understanding that we are just basically a big experiment, like a big petri dish,
farm or something, a zoo,
or a zoo.
No, nobody. Any being that comes to be a sentient being. For instance, the meteor did not kill all the dinosaurs here on Earth. That was an engineered thing, because there was nothing that you could call intelligent life here. But I guarantee you that you were watching it even as a little something like a lemming. But anyway, once you become to be a sentient being, that is a being that can reason beyond, that can generate the elementals of miracles, that can even venture to love, then ultimately you are the masters of your own destiny, and that cannot be truly interfered with. So no one controls us that is greater than us, and it's not allowed that such a thing should happen. Because if everybody with a big gun, like we have, could go around killing everybody with a smaller gun, like some do, then the entire galaxy would melt down into wars and rumors of wars. See what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So
Now, when
this
you
is not
say
allowed.
that-
Now, they cannot visit, observe, even take you up from time to time, put you back. But thus far, I've heard no abductee ever said ever died as a result of their experience, even no matter the crudeness of the aliens that they were involved with, you know?
There's a million chimps that can't say the same thing.
Yeah, dig. Hey, gentlemen, can I, give my website and all that stuff?
Oh, yeah, please.
sure.
Tell us your book, the name of your book as well.
The Coming of Tan, like suntan, thecomingoftan.com.
Okay.
I have the originals that I rediscovered after many years, and you can get the Coming of Tan. Go to thecomingoftan.com. However, if you want to get the Millennium Edition as well as the older copy, and your symbols, you go to RileyMartin.com. That's RileyMart, like Thomas, I-N, RileyMartin.com, and get it there. You can also get the book on Amazon Kindle. It's cheap.
Cool.
Amazon Kindle, and then check me out on YouTube too, and you can Twitter me at Riley L. Put the L in it. L. Martin. Yeah.
And you're also on the Howard Stern channel on Sirius?
Yeah, I'm on Sirius XM 101 each Tuesday night at midnight for definite. And on other occasions, they do reruns. Sometimes I've been asking the cheap bastards to give me extra time on the radio, which they have not done, so they're trying to starve me or something. But the show is very popular,
Yeah.
That does not mean I don't love them.
Hey, Riley, can you clear something up for me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm here with these other two guys.
Okay.
I'm wearing a tinfoil hat right now.
Okay.
Because I'm convinced. What? I'm convinced. Is there any way that aliens mess with your mind? Do they transmit or read your thoughts, or they put thoughts in your head or pull thoughts out?
Yeah, because Rob was just telling us about this guy he researched that makes these hats that keep aliens from probing your mind.
No, they can, of course, they can listen to your mind, especially after you get a symbol. They can tune into your mind. Nonetheless, there are no secrets in the universe. It's like this. If there's someone you love that has something happens to them, you'll probably feel it at the moment that it happens and things of this nature. So the hat won't prevent that. But they are not attempting to control you. Otherwise, they could have done it much better than we are doing it. They want you to be masters of your own destiny, good or bad. They won't even stop you from killing each other and things of that nature. Because if you did that, then you would be altering the destiny of another sentient child of God or intelligent creature. This cannot be allowed. However, they can observe you. Yeah.
So they have some kind of prime directive, some non-interference thing going on?
Yeah, there is a prime. And on top of that, it is enforced by say, a coalition in this part of the galaxy. Yeah.
Cool. All right, Rob just took his hat off, so.
All right,
you don't have to worry about it.
I'm open now.
No more hats. Okay.
Aliens.
Now, Riley, you've mentioned a little bit about your symbols. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how you came across those and what they're for?
These things are beautiful. His symbols.
And in 1964, go to RileyMartin.com and you can check some of the symbols. You won't be able to get one of them, but the one you get, you can be sure it is the only one exactly like it on the face of the planet. It will be tuned to your vibration and yours alone. No doubt about it. Now
is there 144,000 of them?
There's going to be 144,000. Of course, I haven't done that many yet because they have to be drawn in longhand.
Oh, wow.
And you can't make no mistakes and what have you. Fortunately, I never make a mistake on the symbols, inebriated or sober. I can do, right. I can do the symbols, and I don't know why, nor could any artist or have any artist since the beginning of time thought of that many different configurations of anything. And so you decide. But what I'm saying is that the symbols were downloaded into my neurosynapses in 1964 while aboard that great mothership. And it took about, I would think 15, 14 seconds or something like that to download them, even though the colors and configuration were coming so fast until I screamed. But it was only later that they start uploading and I could draw them.
How old were you at this time?
18.
18. That's when these images, these drawings started coming to you?
They put a little headset on me and through a strobe light type effect, they downloaded 144,000 of these symbolic configurations into my neurosynapses, and now I download them daily. Yeah.
Did you have any kind of artistic background before this? Are you?
No, I never studied art, nor did I ever study music. But I'm quite proficient at music, and in fact, I have an album you can get on the website at RileyMartin.com. Original, you have not heard these songs.
Are they inspired by your abduction? Or these
it harkens to it, as well as other, rhythm and blues and other type stuff, you know what I mean, rock and stuff like that. But, get it and check it out.
I have to ask you, Riley, at 18, I assume that you're dating at that age. How do you explain to your dates and stuff that this kind of experience is going on with you? Do you share that with them?
Yeah, well, of course. In fact, I did have an occasion at that age to have had an intimate liaison with a number of hybrid females aboard that great mothership, out of which a number of children came. Now, on Earth,
don't skip, Riley, because that's one of the parts I found most interesting. That says a lot about me. But the hybrid alien females, could you give us a description of them?
Okay, the hybrid alien females. Okay. Okay. There's a group with blue skin, red hair, black skin, blonde hair, white skin, black hair, like that. Okay, they had larger than usual eyes and little pooky noses and little rounded lips. Stable breath like grapefruit, half grapefruits. Small waists and flared hips. No bodily hair. And they were quite sweet, I must say.
Wow.
They were quite.
Are they anatomically correct to human women?
Yes, definitely. Definitely. Now, they are anatomically, everything is in the right place. Everything is in the right place.
I read in your bio, right, that you actually had sex with some of these, or?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yes, children.
Yeah, you got to get the book, man. Get the book, and it will explain all that to you. Yeah, it's
in fact, I want to get with you and see if I can get an autographed copy of it later.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. All you got to do is go to thecomingoftan.com, and you automatically get an autographed copy because I have the heirlooms here, man. after 15 years, I had stashed some books, and the people got away from me. And I found them again, so I have the books. And I will autograph it for you, and it would be my honor.
That would be wonderful, yes.
Now, back to the hybrid females. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just
Tell me more.
Please. Yeah, I was just curious about the children. What did they look like?
In 1975, on the eastern shore of Maryland, was my third pickup, and they showed me more or less videos of my children back on the home planet. I've not been able to touch them and hug them myself because they took them back to the home planet.
Sure.
And yeah, but I did see them and everything, and they look, well, they're 3/4 human, so they look basically like human, except they got some big heads.
Now, you also said, Riley, that when you were aboard the mothership that you did observe other humans living there?
There was one man, Caucasian man, in 1953. He looked, in his early 50s or mid-50s, that was in the company of the Viavians, walking along with them. I did not get an opportunity, because he was way across the way, to actually meet him. I do not know who he is.
Did you do the heads up thing? When you meet somebody, hey.
He did. He did see me, and he nodded, and I nodded, and he was smiling.
Oh, you did. You nodded. There you go.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
right.
what's up?
Yeah, dig. Yeah, and he was on his way somewhere, and so he was there. But then again, I understand. There have been humans on the home planet BRV. Have been on the home planet since pre-biblical times.
Really?
Oh, yes.
How do we get there? Is there any way that
by a symbol? Didn't you read that?
No, I want. Yeah. Can you intercede for me? Can next time you get visited, can you give them a list of?
Rob wants to go up.
Well, if you get your symbol, you will be, from the moment you lay your eyes on it, you will be encoded in the neurotronic computers up there in the sky. And they will be able to track your movements and know where you are at all given times.
Wow.
I don't care if you don't have it with you.
It's a cell phone.
Or a chip.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
You've been chipped.
Yeah.
Or symbols right after the show, right?
Yeah, for sure. Now, what is the retail cost of a symbol?
How much are the symbols, man? $38.50, isn't it? Are they? $38.50, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Is any symbol more preferable than any other, or is it just
customized to one?
Really?
Your symbol is different from anyone else's on the earth.
Okay.
Go and look at them.
Okay.
And you can't choose one of them, but go and look at them, and via your vibration, follow instructions, and you'll get your symbol, kid.
Cool.
Have you had anybody ever tattoo their symbol on their body? Have they?
Yes. My white son from out of Atlanta, Matt Panther, he tattooed his symbol.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, Greg Waterman, photographer to the stars out in L.A., he tattooed his symbol. There have been several others whom I won't mention that are famous that have tattooed their symbols, and others who are not famous who have tattooed their symbols. I do not try to influence you to tattoo if you don't want to. But some do.
Well, I'd hope you'd have a good tattoo artist, because if he screws up,
it has to be perfect.
Yeah, right.
Oops.
But they have good ones. That'd be up to you to find a good one. Now, won't it?
Yeah.
A full body tattoo.
Yeah, dig. Now, once again, gentlemen, let me tell the people that they can go to Riley Martin, RILEY-MARTIN.com, and get their books and get their symbols. They can also go to The Coming of Tan, T-A-N like suntan, and, get this original and what have you, and autographed. Everyone has to be autographed. Yeah, like that. You can also get the Amazon Kindle book And you can look me up on YouTube and get footage of me long before Howard Stern and anybody else knew me.
Yeah. I want to hear more about Tan. When does he come into your life?
In 1953. His name is Okwa Tanjin Wan, W-A-N-N, Wan.
Tan for short.
Yeah, I call him Tan. The female is Oni Sayer Wan, and I call her Nella. For some reason, I call her Nella. And they are my contacts. Now, aboard the Great Mothership, they are my companions in my awakening hours, and not the other Biavians. Not because they don't like me or something, but because they want to keep down even the minute probability of picking up a vector from me to them or them to me. You see what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
They are the ones, and they became my intimate friends over the years, and they put up with my bullshit and everything else.
Did you feel like a lab rat, like a lab experiment?
Well, no, it's like this. If you should go to China now, and somewhere you had a guide, would you not try to learn a bit of the language?
Exactly.
Would you not try to learn their personality? Would you not like to learn where the girls are? Would you not like to learn things about them? And it's the same way they're learning things about you. They find you as fascinating. They find you as fascinating as you find them, because they have lost the ability, emotionality to the great extent that you exhibited. You see what I mean?
Yes.
Wow, that's cool.
So, how old do these aliens live? Do they live?
Tan at this moment is about roughly 10,000 years of age as we measure time.
Holy cow!
Now he will live another 10,000 years before recloning. Right, barring accident or whatever.
You get a guy who lives that long for his birthday.
Yeah, no kidding.
Dig. And humans on BRV. Humans on BRV live approximately 3,000 years before they are recloned again, and they'll do another 2,000 to 3,000 before giving up the ghost. You know.
Now, are their years the same as ours, or do they?
Well, the mathematical process is holds true throughout time, space by the laws of physics. However, the circumference of their world is different than ours. The length of their days is like 20 hours. Ours is 24. The proximity of their sun, ours is about 92 million miles. Theirs is about 97 million miles. However, their sun is bigger than ours. They got 2 moons, etc. But you could, and the gravitational pull is a little less than it is here. Your mom could slam dunk on BRB. You know, and you would find the atmosphere pristine, and it could motivate quite well there.
Well, I have a question. If they can clone themselves after so many thousands of years, do they take their consciousness from one body and somehow?
Okay, good question, young man. Okay, the brain mechanism, the organic brain in your head, if given the proper nutrients and oxygenation, can live almost eternally, with or without a body. Now, they can clone the physiology, but they will inhibit the cerebrum and the cerebellum, leaving the limbic and the hypothalamus in place. They will take your physical brain and transfer it to the new body.
There you go.
And then you're off and running. That way you retain most of your memories and things like that.
Now, do they get to genetically kind of mess with the new clone body? Because, I'd like to be a little taller. I'd like to have all my hair.
Right. Well, they perhaps, I'm sure they're capable of doing that. Nonetheless, if you are a human being, you'll be a good-looking Woody Allen, but they would still leave you proportionately pretty much like you were.
Oh, well, a good-looking Woody Allen. That's the best I can hope for.
That's what, yeah. All I'm saying is that they won't take a black guy and make him white. They won't take a short guy and make him, a basketball star, what have you. They won't take a Polish guy and make him English, vice versa, and all that. Yeah.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Hey, Riley, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, I want to tell everybody who's listening, you can call in your questions to Riley at 888-919-2355. Or if you're in the chat room, you can ask your questions in the chat room for Riley Martin. And we'll be right back after these messages.
Cool.
Truth Theorem Radio.
Hello all, Jamie Havocan here for MJ'sHealthyWay.com. Are you into vitamins, nutritions, meal replacements, and keeping yourself, your internal engine going? If so, I have the perfect place for you, and that is MJ'sHealthyWay.com. They offer the best service, and they will tell you everything you need and want to know about a certain product. I get my vitamins and meal replacement shakes from MJ's Healthy Way, but there is so much more on the website which you can order. Check it out, mjshealthyway.com.
Can you hear my voice? Imagine how many other people can hear it too. If you have advertising needs, then look no further. The Inception Radio Network currently has openings for on-air advertisements and radio show sponsorships. Given any thought to your target demographic? Inception has you covered there too. Advertising on a network gives you multiple opportunities to advertise on a wide variety of radio show broadcasts, and we have one to fit every advertising need. You know, in recent years, internet radio has exhibited a phenomenal listener growth. An Arbitron Edison survey shows that online radio boosts at least 33 million unique visitors each week and 54 million each month. And that number amazingly continues to grow. And these listeners are a part of many businesses' core demographics. And surveys have shown that internet radio listeners are far more likely than regular radio listeners to spend money on a whole range of activities. You know, internet listeners vote, they dine out, eat fast food, and they grab a cup of coffee. And here's the interesting one. They buy items online at a much higher rate than all other market segments combined. Internet radio also enables businesses to connect with consumers during work hours, where increasingly more lifestyle decisions are being made. Advertise with the best. The Inception Radio Network offers competitive advertising rates to fit just about anyone's advertising budget. Stop by today at www.inceptionradionetwork.com or call us toll-free at 1-888-919-2355. Get the word out. Get results with the Inception Radio Network.
Are you suffering from dizziness, lack of energy, a feeling of unrest, or bloating? Then you must be listening to Truth Theorem Radio, and we apologize for nothing. Are you suffering from dizziness, lack of energy, a feeling of unrest, or bloating?
It's kind of intimidating to be in the presence of so many great athletes.
And we apologize for nothing.
It's all part of the plan.
Are you sure this is legal? I don't know.
It's fun though, isn't it?
And we are back with Riley Martin. And I got to say, Riley, you are one fun interview.
Hey, thanks, man. You guys are very interesting, very intelligent, and that impresses me.
Good. We kind of thought at first maybe we'd had a nut on it, but dude, I'm telling you what. For somebody that has a high school education,
I got it. Yeah, well, I went to the 8th grade, but I did get a GED in latter years. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I did not come from a rich family. I did not go to MIT. I did not attend college or anything of that nature. And yet, I have friends of mine who are physicists, you know?
Yeah.
And, but I just, you either know or you don't. A fool and his philosophy is soon parted.
Yeah, there you go.
I've got I've been given this information for 6 years, and the 100th has not been known.
Right. I've got a question from the chat room. Starlight wants to know, when is the last time you had physical contact with the aliens?
December 28, 1987, in the Ozark Mountains of Arkansas. As I was driving down I-40, heading towards Oklahoma from Little Rock, they came over my car. 3 ships came over my car. That was a 4th also, but 3 came over my car, and I took photos, photos in broad daylight of them going away. I believe they're on the website. You can see them. And what have you, they knocked my car out. And so I drifted to the side of the road, and they went around through the clouds and come back over the Ozark Mountains. And presently, I looked up, and I said, oh. And he was above me, and I could see the undercarriage, which I have drawn an artist's rendition because I have something of a photographic memory. And they said, "Friend Martin, we have come again." And they took me up, soon, like that. And I knew them then. I said, "Hello, Tan. Hello, Nella." I said, "Friend Martin, it's good to see you once more." Like that. And according to my recollection, we must have spent about 12 hours together. But presently, I found myself back sitting beside the road in my car, not knowing what the hell was happening.
Mm.
And the radio came back on, the electrical system, and the announcer was saying, "This is station blah, blah, blah. It is now 2:40 in the p.m." And my clock, electrical clock, was saying like 12:40 or something like that.
So you're missing about 2 hours.
Yeah, about 2 hours in my time, 12 hours according to my recollections, because I ate 2 meals and had 1 bowel movement. You know?
Wow.
So, yeah, you see what I'm talking about? You can measure time like that because they don't have like clocks like we have. And then I said, what the hell's going on here? Am I nuts? How do I lose time? Why am I sitting here? And then I looked down on the seat and I saw the 3 Polaroid photographs. I said, "Oh, I got you now. I got your ass now." Right. And later on, in Tulsa, they appeared. I took photos there of them in the sky, above, in broad daylight. And later on, a woman contacted me. Her name was Barbara Bartolek. She was a hypnotherapist that had been dealing with abductees for many years. I don't, to this day, know how she found me or I found her. But I have a hypnosis tape of those times and those sessions when my memory was uplinked. And it came like a flood, a tsunami. And I was like a hermit in my apartment for weeks, drinking booze and trying to come to grips with this.
Wow.
But then I started to understand.
Wow.
Were you
And,
just overwhelmed by information? Is that what it was?
oh, so much information.
Mm-hmm.
How much? You see, gentlemen, you are very intelligent but you only use about 5% of your neural capacity. It's like your brain is like a warehouse. There are memories in there that comes from back during the time when you were cast up out of the foaming sea into a tide pool with rudimentary lungs, hiding beneath the liana vines of some great cypress tree as monsters prowl around you. You remember all that, but you don't remember because, you know, you have to go with what you were born with and get reorientated to your now. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We've got another question here. Are you familiar with, let's see, a sign that's a 7-pointed star with a lightning bolt through it? Does that...
Well, yes, the Avians used a 7-pointed star, in which is a fat H. There was no lightning bolt that I know of.
Okay.
Nonetheless, it could be knowledge drawn from intercollusion with those beings from thousands of years past that may be known by secret societies and things like that, or they think they know, or what have you. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Speaking of that, Riley, can you enlighten us on how many different species of aliens there are in the world and which ones are benevolent?
There are, to my knowledge, some 39 different species of aliens who have or are visiting this planet continually from time to time. But I can only attest to physiologically and visually seeing and touching 7 intelligent species that shares a common mothership out near the planet Saturn in our solar system. Mm-hmm.
Wow. And they like us, right? Most of them?
Yeah, they like you. They said, one species one time.
That's what he's talking about.
Yeah, one species one time was scanning us. I was saying, man, humankind is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They are mass murderers. They're killing off each other. There's so much devilishness in the world. He said, friend Martin, do not despair of your species, for I tell you truly, there have been those among you who have, with a sentient mind, healed the sick, gave sight to the blind, some say even raised the dead.
Wow.
Therefore, your neural capacity, though in its minor stages, is potentially perhaps greater than our own.
Wow.
You know? Yeah, right. So you are little angels that's stupid.
That is another good observation.
Right. But they have made some of the same mistakes that we have made. Even as I speak, they are now inhabiting the 3rd planet from which they originated as a genetic species. Because, first of all, the first one, they poisoned it to death with carcinogens. The second one, they blew it up with thermal nukes. Wow. Now they think they are getting it right because their civilization at least precedes ours by, somewhere in the vicinity of 4 million years.
So they were once animals like
Yeah, of course.
Okay, all right.
They once came out of the ocean and came down from the trees with a stick and hunted pigs and stuff like that and drew blood.
I see.
Wow. Yeah. So, Riley, in all their advancements, have they discovered the key to time travel?
Yeah.
Have they?
Okay. Now, let me try and explain, gentlemen. You realize that I'm not a well-educated man. Okay. Now, I understand that there are 7 levels of scientific application to faster-than-light speed, time-spatial displacement. That's what you call time travel. Mm-hmm. Now, at 186,262 miles per second, you are approaching light speed. At that speed, which is all you can do physiologically, Einstein theorized that matter cannot travel faster than light. Essentially, he is correct. However, we now know that there are particles that travel faster than light.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go to a biomolecular dispersal. When you approach the speed of light, you must induce the hydrogen-fed fusion core with purified hydrogen ions, and you'll vibrate up to ion. Now, first is LNS, light natural speed. Now, time stands still at that point, no matter where you are. Okay, then you'll vibrate up to ion. That's your second level. Then you'll vibrate on up to tachyon. Then you'll vibrate on up to muon. Then you'll vibrate on up to quark. And there's another particle that you vibrate on up and interface with top quark. That's your sixth level. Then you will vibrate on up and perform an electromagnetic etheric osmosis with what we call dark matter. Now, at this point, you are essentially burning a miniature black hole through space and time. Excuse me. You have captured the string, and you are burning a hole through space and time. Yes.
Wow.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And the shit is, we done that, man, and the shit is cool.
Yeah. Oh man! All that description in the very end.
Right. And in the book, it describes the different levels and the stuff that happens within the spectrum. You know.
You should have just started with that shit is cool, because I was lost. You got to think that shit is cool. Okay.
We can identify it.
Right. Okay. Now you're barrel rolling down through there, and then you go to a deep purple.
Oh.
And you see, that's on your sixth level.
I see.
On your seventh level is azure blackness with a pinpoint red light. And it's coming towards you, and then it bursts, and then you find yourself barrel rolling out into the seething primordial brilliance of some Jurassic yesterday. I said, damn.
That shit is cool.
Yeah, and then you look, you say, ow, you hear something, ow, what was that? And he would say, Friend Martin, that was the pterodactyl.
Wow.
Yeah, and look down. I said, what is that? They said, Friend Martin, that's the Triceratops and the Velociraptor. Wow! Over there! The Tyrannus Rex, the king. See, Friend Martin? I say, hey, man, don't let this thing run out of gas.
You're a funny sumbitch, man.
Dig.
No, it's awesome. I love it.
In the primordial world.
All right, another question.
This one really quick.
Oh, we got one. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Here's a question.
Now, do the ETs, when they came down, did they grab maybe a zoo that could have some, let's say, like dodo birds in it or other extinct animals?
They have, gentlemen, in the halls of suspension of Great That Mothership, they've got everything from the trilobite to the Tyrannus Rex to the Brontos to everything that's frozen in animation. They keep those genetic traits so that they can seed other planets. I'll tell you truly, other virgin planets have been seeded with life more so than they have evolved upon. You see what I mean?
I see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, definitely. You know, they've got all of that. They do not have humans frozen in suspension or anything like that. But they have every other living creature whatsoever.
But if I'm reading you right, they probably would have humans if they were to become extinct, right?
Oh, yeah, but there are humans, gentlemen, that are living on a number of planets, including the RV, out in the cosmos, Oh, they may not speak the same language as you or even look exactly like you now because of evolution, but they're out there, you know? And you are genetically close enough until you can interbreed. Now, okay, we were all came from the same Big Bang. We are all composed of the same chemosynthesis composture. It fits together in different matrices, but there are only so many elements.
I'm sorry. Say that again. What was that word? What was it? We're all the same.
We are all of the same elemental chemosynthesis composture. That means that there are only so many elements in the element table.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you are part of that, and so is everything else from a rock to a rat to a roach to a bird to an alien.
Dude, you got your GED from Stanford or something, didn't you?
No, I did not. Nonetheless, I have been able to figure out elemental equations such as alternate energy sources and things of this nature that I pass along to various different people who have gotten rich without me. They're bastards. Yeah.
All right, Riley, another question.
Another question from
Joe, our producer.
Joe, okay.
Joe, I'll let you just ask it since you're on the.
Oh, he can't ask it. Okay. Well, what is Joe's question?
Okay, whatever. Come on. Yes, he is dead on about that. There is more or less a plasmic intensity that varies in vibrational essence. It can absorb radar. It can also absorb or nullify the beta waves that drive you. You are an electronic instrument, you know, like that. So yes, they can be invisible when they wish to be, and visible when they do not wish to be.
I don't want Joe asking any more questions.
Joe, that was a great question.
No, he did. It was pretty good.
It was very intelligent.
Right. I like intelligence, gentlemen. My wife is intelligent.
Monkey or something.
Yeah.
He's intelligent. That's not good.
Yeah, she questions everything. You know?
He's a smart man, and we appreciate him.
Absolutely. Joe's awesome.
And Matt Panther questions everything. Elon questions everything. And Howard don't want to know.
Now, did any of these aliens, are they responsible for Noah's flood? Is that their attempt of wiping us all out, like Zechariah?
They did not attempt to wipe us all out, son. However,
left a few.
The biblical Sodom and Gomorrah was peopled by a ruling class that bore the direct alien gene. They were scientists, physicists, and geneticists and all this. In order to keep down rampant venereal diseases and things of this nature, they tended to mix the genetics, such as man with ape, man with bull, man with
You're
goat.
gonna switch it up every once in a while. You don't want to do the same thing all the time.
Yeah. Man with goat, a man with swine, things of that nature. And this was against more or less the laws of continuum of genetics and all this, and plus some of the genetic upstarts was trying to figure out a way to go back to Atlantis and usurp and get all the secrets. And ultimately, they had grown old. They destroyed Atlantis. This did cause a flood in the Fertile Crescent. Ramifications that were felt as far away as the Americas, and it did wipe out those cities on the plains and other surrounding areas to cleanse it and not let that technology get loose upon the earth. Okay?
Wow. So that kind of brings me to another question, and Big Bird kind of asked this about the Ark and stuff. But are there these references in the Bible and all this ancient stuff, are there correlations to all these stories that relate to the aliens?
Well, people explain things as best they can in the time in which they live. You know, of course, that it would be literally impossible for you to get a genetic mix of every different possible animal, bird, and thing like that on the face of the earth, because 90% of the animals we know about, they knew nothing of in those days. However, I would rather think that they would have collected, as they have, the genetic DNA of all the animals upon the face of the earth. So it's not like you had a herd of cattle. You had a lot of test tubes, okay?
I see.
Yeah.
That makes Noah's Ark story seem a lot different when we're just taking DNA samples.
Yeah, right. It would not have been possible.
When we're done.
But realize that Noah was 500 years old when he started building his ark.
Wow.
You understand? That should give you an idea of the intercommingling of the bloodlines of the Elohim, with human beings.
Oh. 500 years is a long time to live, though.
Yeah. Well,
sure.
he just started building a ship then, and was still getting babies. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't figure what to do on the weekend now. I don't know what I'm going to do. You're 489. Honey, you want to go see another movie? No!
Talk about, or kind of allude to that there's rules and kind of a standard. So that would lead me to believe that maybe there's possibly people out there that would break these rules. And if so...
Oh, they're breaking them even as we speak.
So cosmic police?
What I'm saying is that genetic experiments have brought about such things as, say, the chupacabra and other things. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So they're a cosmic police then?
Now because they had a war above North Africa about 32,000 years ago with the reptilians and got trapped here. Then they instead of wanting to ultimately dying, they did take the genetic properties of man and incorporate them into their own and all that. But they were kind of breaking the rules then. Oh. And so they feel somewhat responsible for what we have become. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
To blame them. That's the aliens.
Has NASA ever tried to contact you for your secrets?
My book, the original handwritten manuscript, went to a NASA robotics mission scientist, and he had it transcribed and sent me the transcription, but the original handwritten copy he has never returned. Under no type of compelling has he ever returned that. However, as I was riding fence out in western Oklahoma, a black helicopter containing that scientist, two other men in dark suits, and about 4 Japanese landed to talk to me out there. The book will tell you about it.
How did they know you were clear out there?
Well, I was wondering how the hell could they find me when I didn't even know where I was.
They know everything, man.
Yeah, right. And then I learned later that they have look down, see down, geofractal satellite technology, and they will go ahead and do a picture of a square mile, break it up in 24 different squares, and then enhance each square until they find the property and what have you. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I think I want my tinfoil hat back on.
Yeah, Dick. Right. Gentlemen, you have nothing to fear from the aliens. If they wanted to take you out, they could have did it when you were living in caves. You know.
So Riley, what's your view on the 2012 fiasco?
Gentlemen, I have stated before that I will reveal all that I have learned. I don't know it all yet. I will reveal all that I have learned around the 9th of May in this given year.
Oh, we will keep trying.
Right, so don't be asking me nothing no more about that until the time comes, okay?
On.
We know we're good.
I'm not trying to be cruel, you know.
Yeah. We're all safe till the 9th of May, though, so I think that's established.
And so we've got another question from the chat room. Presently, right now, how many other people do the aliens have contact with on the same level that you do?
That is a rarity. The total recall that I have is a rarity among humans. I believe, say, Nikola Tesla had it. I believe George Washington Carver had it. I believe Nostradamus may have had it. And a few others down through history. The man you call Jesus Christ, his real name is Joshua Hosanna. He had it. Enoch had it. Ezekiel had it. Noah had it, etc. Down through the ages. You know what I mean?
You think all these people were in contact with aliens, or?
Well, of course.
Okay.
Jacob. All I'm saying is they explained it as best they could, but if you look at it rationally and open mind, you'll figure that etheric angels ain't going around banging all the women getting children.
Yeah.
There had to be physiological beings like you, you know?
Yeah.
Well, that would explain how in most biblical scriptures and whatnot, the gods have kind of humanistic characteristics.
Well, of course. Now, gentlemen, this does not rule out the universal creator. You understand? It just means that he wishes that you would open your mind and understand that across a billion light years of space with 300 billion stars around which each has a solar system, that you ain't the only thing smoking.
Right.
Yeah.
The Nazarene said, "In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would not have told you." And he said, "There are more things in the heavens and the earth than has ever been known."
Exactly.
You know? Yeah.
Gotcha. Wow, that's some deep stuff, Riley. Man.
Well, geez, man.
So in May, is that when your next abduction is due? Do they come at a certain period?
I will physically talk to them again. Between now and December 21, 25, the time, place, and coordinates, I cannot, and if I knew, wouldn't give you. Okay?
Gotcha.
I don't think I want to know.
Understandable. Yeah.
I'm of the school that ignorance is bliss. So I'm completely not to know.
That's crazy.
No.
So what's up with mankind, Riley? You mentioned several times that you're trying to save the world on your show. What are you trying to save it from?
Well, I'm trying to introduce some rationality into the madness. What we have here, when you look on TV and you see your politicians, all your GOP guys, what they're telling you is that, okay, yes, we're going to close down your factories. Yes, we're going to ship all your jobs overseas. Yes, we're going to make everything in China. Yes, we're going to ship our money offshore. No, we're not going to pay no taxes. Yes, we're going to let your mama die because we don't want her to get no free pills. Yes, we don't care if the white folks sleeping on the bridges. Yes, however, we hate niggers, Mexicans, fags, Chinamans, and Arabs, and so vote for us. And that's what we're faced with here. The good book told you that at the end of time, the demonic elements is going to do a big push to attempt to take you over, period. They cannot, listen to me, gentlemen. no evil can approach you. No evil can come in your home and stay unless you invite it.
Oh.
Whatever you do, then you approach your own destiny. If they can get inside of you and find the elemental prejudice within you and prey upon that, even while you're starving, then you have voted your own destiny. You understand?
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So
I'm telling you.
In this case, ignorance isn't bliss, right? So if you accidentally invite a demon or
well, no, you're not going to accidentally
you can't. Well, you're
invite anything. However, if the voltage of your greatness and your uniqueness is so, you will be tried. Even, first of all, in your dreams.
Mm-hmm.
And if indeed something about you causes you to be of that genre wherein you say, I'm hateful enough to commit murder, or divers deeds and all of that, then you allow them in, and ultimately they will be your refrain and take over. But if you say, hey, I don't need that bullshit, I see you, get away from me.
Yeah.
Get away from my loved ones. They'll have to go because you said it and meant it. You understand?
That's good to know. Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, dig it. Yeah. I've been tried and tested. Mm-hmm.
Scooby wants to know if you had any physical symptoms from your abductions, I guess you could call them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't want to sound flippant or braggadocio, but I found that women I've made love to over the years, 3 times or more, seem to have not extraordinarily aged over the years.
Are you serious?
I shit you not. My wife is 59. Looks 27. Looks 27. Yeah.
Really?
You're in the complete wrong business. Forget authorship and writing.
Hey, gentlemen. No.
Yeah, just put up a booth, and I guarantee the women will be lying.
Yeah, well, gentlemen, I've had such offers, but you understand, I may be your buddy dog, but I'm not a true dog. You know what I mean? And I'm my wife is sweeter. I mean, she's sweeter now than she was when I met her.
All right.
And what have you? So I don't look, now, gentlemen. I don't have the energy to go chasing nothing.
Yeah. When you have that kind of ability, you don't have to chase. You just.
I know, but you don't do things like that. You know, you've heard the old saying, "Lay your burden down." It does not necessarily mean go and shout and fall on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
It means that there comes a time when you decide, I will no longer hate for the sake of hatred.
Mm-hmm.
I will no longer do evil towards any person. I will do a fair deal toward my fellow man. I will no longer hate my enemy as long as they stay out of my face. And I will try the best I can to walk a straight path and put forth upon the earth some kind of decency and love so that we may find that we are not so different as we are lovingly together and all that. Until you come to that point, that's when you lay your burden down and have an epiphany. You know?
I see. Right.
I will not grow bad herb. I will not make bad whiskey. I will not touch a woman that I do not love, at least while I'm touching her.
There we go.
Yeah, right.
I think
right. Then you have laid your burden down. You know what I mean?
That's funny.
Beautiful.
We're going short on time here, right? We've really
I know. Hey, let me tell the people. Go to RileyMartin.com.
Mm-hmm.
Get the book, get your symbols.
Yes.
Go to I have an inventory of the originals that were lost for 15 years. Go to The Coming of Tan, T-A-N like suntan.com, thecomingoftan.com, get it there, and you'll get it at a very reasonable price. Now, on Amazon, some people are asking as much as $200 for a used copy of this original book. But I don't do that. I do not do that. It's like $28.50, I think. Go there and get it. And also, you can tweet me on Twitter. And also, you can go to YouTube and check out old footage and stuff like that. Okay?
You're not on Facebook, Riley?
No, am I on Facebook?
I don't know.
I'm asking Matt Banner. Am I on Facebook?
He checks with his assistant.
No, I'm not on Facebook.
He's not
on Facebook.
We'll get you on.
But you can find me, man.
On truththeoremradio.com.
Absolutely. Riley, fantastic having you on the show. And I'd really like to have you on again after.
Well, it's been beautiful, guys. You all contact me, and if at all possible, I should be honored to come back and talk to you again.
Thank you so much.
I would love to have you back on.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Take care. God bless, man.
Thanks, Riley.
See you later.
We'll be back in just a minute here with Truth Theorem Radio.
Truth Theorem Radio.
Okay, hey guys, check this out. While we're on break, I want to get some of these symbols.
Oh yeah, let's. It was RileyMartin.com, right?
RileyMartin.com.
Let's go there.
Now, do you have
I need
to have
like
one for
3. Yeah, I need 3 for my. How many you need, Warren?
Man, I'm gonna need 6.
6 and Rob.
I want one for every family. My sister's got 7 kids.
We need like 20 of them then, or something. That's gonna be a lot.
Man, almost twice that many. Can you spot me?
That's gonna be a lot.
Oh, how much is that?
That's gonna be a lot.
Holy cow! Oh my God!
William Shatner,
James T. Kirk, right here in our studio.
Wow.
Hi everyone. Paying too much for symbols? This is William Shatner. You can get symbols at a much better price at Priceline.com. You can also save up on your hotel rooms.
Oh, Priceline.
Hey, that's a good idea.
Right,
Punch that up, Warren, and get that
William
on
Shatner. Wow.
I would have never thought William Shatner.
William Shatner, right
He
here
looks
with
different
us.
than I remember
He
him.
does look different. His face looks
Hotel.
strange.
Look at him. Does he kind of look... Is that a mask he's wearing?
Is he taking off a mask?
Guys, there's no symbols on Priceline.com.
Ha! I fooled you. This is Christopher Walken. There are no half-price symbols on Priceline. The only place you can get them is RileyMartin.com. And if you don't buy it there, I'm going to put antifreeze in your coffee.
Wow. It's kind of intimidating to be in the presence of so many great athletes.
It's all part of the plan.
Are you sure this is legal?
I don't know. It's fun though, isn't it?
And we are back.
That was a great interview, wasn't it?
That was pretty fun.
That was neat, man. I don't know about you, but
I am trying. I'm redoubling my efforts to be abducted now.
yeah, and I'm going to try and get a hold of William Shatner again because I still think he can get us a better deal on this.
I ain't buying it.
I'm just going for the abduction for the Fountain of Youth, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, holy cow, you could make a man off that. Screw the books and the symbols.
Exactly.
he's barking up the wrong tree there.
There's like any woman who's listening to the show is like, oh, I would never. What did he say? It does what? 27. There's up my skin. I've used some pretty good lines, but I've never used that one. Oh, it'll make you much younger.
So what did you think about Riley, Rob?
I like him a lot. I like him a lot. He did tell me to shut up, though.
You're not going to get over that for a while.
No, nobody's told me to shut up.
Do you believe what he's saying? Do you think?
Yes, I think these things have happened to him, and I think he's sincere in his beliefs.
He really? I believe that he does. But why not? Why not? It's just as feasible as other things I've heard.
It's just as feasible as biblical stories and things like that sound off the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Why the hell not?
The interesting thing too was that 25 years ago? No, longer than that. No, 80s. So whenever his book came out, he wrote about stuff, and 10 years ago NASA found it. And
Yeah.
So
and the 9/11 thing he talked about.
That makes you go.
Makes you wonder what else he knows.
But why him? Why they pick him?
Exactly.
He's a nice guy. He's obviously intelligent. He has natural intelligence, even though he said he only had a GED. So he's been to the College of Life, and he's obviously got a PhD now.
Sure.
So, but why him? Why not Bill Gates? Why not all these other people?
Obama.
He's
black. What?
Yeah. Is that what it is? Black?
No, I don't know.
No, I don't know. So I wonder what the criteria is that they select us, for this abduction process.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Must be some genetic thing, or I don't know, vibrational energy thing, or something. Probably.
Wow. And he got the mix, genetic chicks, alien chick, human chick mix.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I keep coming back to that.
I know you're obsessed with that.
I've been married 18 years, and
things are getting a little dull.
Oh, variety goes a long way, honey.
We need a three-breasted woman to spice things up a little bit, honey.
I think that's the only way my wife would accept a threesome, if it was with an alien.
Really?
You went from Mexico? No, honey. This one has three breasts.
Oh,
wow. That might pique some interest. I don't know. Moving on. Did we just leave the family zone?
Yeah, I think we just crossed the line there.
All right.
Yeah, that was it back there.
Sorry, Mom. No, but I did like his stuff, and I did look at his drawings and his paintings.
I'm gonna get one. I really am.
They are awesome. I love
bizarre.
those. I love those things. Yeah, for
So
sure.
you each individually get one. Yeah,
Yes.
the symbols.
Uh-huh.
So and that symbol has some kind of meaning for you, and then I
it's
was
protection.
serious. Who knows? What? A hard weekend in Vegas. Who knows how your clothes could get shed? But then you have the tattoo of your sacred symbol on you, and if the aliens come, you're safe. It's like your ID paper, right?
I see.
Yeah,
It's like your passport to get
We
in.
don't carry it around. Once you get it, it gets like downloaded into you from what he said.
Oh, so I don't have to have it tattooed on?
No.
Oh, all right then. Good. I'm good. I don't have any tattoos anyway.
It's like getting the little digital. You know how you buy the DVDs now and they come with a little digital copy. Kind of the same thing. So you can just put that. You don't have to take the DVD with you.
Oh, I got you.
You've always got.
And he did know that your kid had the sniffles.
That's awesome too.
That was really awesome.
That's crazy.
So
yeah, he didn't know about my sore neck though. I was kind of disappointed by that. This has really been bothering me, and I thought I was being obvious. But okay, but he knows your kid sniffle. That's not nice. All right, so there's 7 different kinds of.
Well, but he's aware. He said there was 39.
Oh,
39,
39. Yeah.
All right, but what bothers me, there's a group of them who don't really give a shit about us.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of how it goes?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we
are back. Is that what happened?
I guess. I don't know.
Those freaking aliens.
Damn internet.
Jeez. Are they running the aliens? Are they running the internet now?
They don't like your hat, man.
I should put it back on. Put my aluminum hat back on. Oh,
Okay.
you can?
All right.
Okay.
We have
the
fun
miracle.
internet issues tonight.
I think it really does have something to do with the weather.
Yeah, there's
I
a
really do.
little storm going through Utah here, so that might screw up our internet. Sorry,
we
people.
apologize to anyone listening.
I think the whole interview was good. That was the important part, right?
I hope so.
We scored. He's a celebrity. He's been on several different talk shows.
Yeah, he was on Jerry Springer. We watched that before Jerry Springer was Jerry Springer.
Yeah, way back when he was like an actual talk show. And
Well, I don't know if he was ever an actual anything. He was just Jerry Springer.
before it got way out of control.
And then
already.
it just got worse from there. But I thought Jerry Springer, he was very disrespectful and did him pretty wrong. I was like, man.
Yeah.
So
and he's been on Howard Stern for several years, for 4 or 5 years anyway.
And I've heard them talk about him too. And they talk about him kind of like the redheaded kid in the corner kind of stuff. And I don't know if I'd like that too much, but but I would never disrespect Howard Stern, of course.
Yeah.
Because he's a giant and he would squash me.
Because I'm just a little radio microbe. That's the way it is, too. Sorry, Howard.
So, Warren, who we got coming up next year on Inception Radio Network?
Grant Cameron next week.
I mean next.
Next
on Project
Grant Cameron
White Paper.
is coming up next week, but Project White Paper's coming up here, and their guest is Jerry Warner.
Jerry Warner. Okay, cool.
But Grant Cameron, the quick little funny story.
Okay.
I don't know if everybody's heard this little the skit we did, the disclosure skit.
Yeah. Oh, funny.
All
stuff.
right.
If you haven't heard it, check it out. It'll be on the website here pretty soon. But we did use it last season. And we basically made fun of the Office of, what is it?
Science and Technology Department of Science and Technology Policy.
And so we kind of made fun with them and gave a little skit. Like the janitor actually wrote the response to the disclosure petition. Okay, now when we wrote this, in our heads, there's no such thing as this place. Or in my head anyway. I was just like, we'll just make fun of them, and there it is. And Grant Cameron it and loved it and actually sent it to that office. So I think all three of us are on a list right now.
Probably are.
And maybe that could be the problem with Skype. I don't know. But when I heard that, I was like, you what?
I hope they have a...
that place is real?
Yeah, I hope they have a sense of humor. Cause we dogged them pretty good.
Yeah, we did.
But you know what? I think there's a little bit of truth to what we said.
No.
Yeah.
No, Jason, what? No.
I'll stand up. I'll stand up and say, you guys could be wimps if you want.
Yes, I don't want to be on all this. No, but everybody stay tuned for Project White Paper. This is going to be awesome.
Michael and Chase, right?
Yeah, I cannot wait to get unplugged here and check it out.
Absolutely. Yep. Chase and us and Mike are all together on Wednesday nights, rocking Wednesday nights now. I hope y'all enjoy it. And thank you for being with us tonight.
Hanging with us tonight.
I listened to their show, and wow.
Yeah.
It's actually very intelligent.
Yeah.
Very well thought out. Yeah. Deep questions. It's
kind of makes me feel like a goofy.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I'm glad we're not coming on after them.
Exactly. It's like, this is kindergarten hour. Welcome to Theorem Radio.
Right on.
But we hope you enjoyed it.
We'll see you next week.
With
sure.
Grant Cameron.
Here
on Truth Theorem Radio. And stay tuned for Project White Paper here next on the Inception Radio Network. Thanks, Joe.
I'd say that was a pretty successful broadcast.
Now that was some straight-up David Copperfield shit.
Great. Can I go throw up now?
That's very funny to me.